tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
It's got a little funky kind of.
A little old school, Big BB.
I'm like, wow.
Maybe single digits.
Like episodes, seasons 1 through 5 or something. Hi, I am James Lott Jr. Welcome to the Big Brother 17 After Show. I know I said my name first, like I'm the star or something.
You are a star.
He's a
star.
But I couldn't do this alone, obviously. I'm here with 3 people, starting with the person right next to my left.
Hello, everyone. I'm back to guest again. You can't keep me away.
Yeah.
Still invested in this season. Grant Rutter here.
Oh, yeah, here he is. I'm glad to have you back, Grant.
Grant's rants.
Grant's
The pain in the ass.
rants. Not a pain in the ass. A fun follow. You should all do that.
Yes.
I am Lauren Lograsso. You can find me at Logro on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And let's be friends.
What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat at Nicholas Grava.
I'm loving your hair today.
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just into the hair right now.
Thank you.
It's curly. It's
yeah,
so curly.
I'm trying to rock the curls a little bit
Yeah.
more. You know, if anyone has any advice on how to do that, let me know. Open to curl advice.
My hair's not been curly
Curl
since the
vice.
80s, so it went straight all of a sudden. Unlike
Did you
you.
get a new action? Looks like you have a fresh cut going on.
I did
there.
today. I got
Oh, yeah.
shorn
Like
a few
it.
hours ago.
Yeah.
Thank you, Francisco's
Cut
in
that
Westchester.
lettuce.
That's right. So we have a lot to talk about actually this week, and we had a really great week. It was a weird timing. It was Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we had different days and whatever, but it was really good. But before we start, we have a message from the phone folks of AfterBuzz TV. Take it away.
The phone folks.
If I ever say fun folks.
Oh, I was like, is there someone on the phone?
company?
Well, this
phone
is
company.
true. So we have, this show is free to you, but it's not free to produce, as you guys know. So we do have sponsors, and one of them happens to be a brand new series that's going to be on ABC. So Sunday, September 27th, it is the series premiere of ABC's highly anticipated new drama, Quantico. Quantico is where the FBI trains their top recruits. Over 100,000 young people apply, and only 1,200 get in. They're the smartest, strongest, and they have the best skills. Now, they must live and train together under one roof. But everything changes when a massive terrorist attack strikes in America. And the FBI discovers its greatest fear, that one of their Quantico recruits is a terrorist. Which one is behind it all and became a traitor? It's an edge-of-your-seat drama with twist after twist after twist.
Twist.
Priyanka Chopra stars in one of television's top new shows of the fall. Don't miss the series premiere of Quantico, Sunday, September 27th. Don't miss that date. That's my mom's birthday, so I wrote at 10/9 Central on ABC. Check it out, Quantico.
I'm going to be covering it on the panel. I'm
Oh,
really
you are? Okay.
Man, what a great
Nice.
segue.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Can you tell the people when they can check that out, the panel?
On Sunday, September.
Oh, perfect. That makes a whole lot of sense.
We will be on there.
Well,
We're
with
doing an
all-
after show.
And folks, you should know that Priyanka Chopra is her first South Asian Indian actress to star in a drama here in America. So she's a huge Bollywood star, so check it out.
That's really cool.
With all those twists you named, I mean,
Twists and
our
twists.
BB
There's 3.
viewers are prepped. We just sat through all these twists,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they're ready to go.
Grants _rants is certainly ready for twist after twist after twist.
What else is new? I'm always ready for a twist. Throw it at me.
Exactly.
Oliver Twist.
Well, that leads us to Big Brother, and I'm seeing our live chat is going off right now. I can see it. People are just like, half the folks are bored from this season.
Can you blame them?
No, you can't.
Oh, well,
they're saying it.
Shoot.
Since I was here last, I love the show.
Yeah.
Then I kind of fell out of it a little bit. I continued to watch it. I was like, okay, I had to schedule it into when I was going to watch it, and then now I'm back. I'm all into it now that we're coming up to the end,
Yeah.
and it's exciting, and these since they switched the schedule too, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now I can get more
Exciting
into it.
is, I feel, an aggressive word to describe it.
I
I don't know that
love
I've
the
watched
show.
being excited as of late, but
I was excited yesterday and the day before because there was someone I was rooting for really hard.
See, I find the live shows exciting. I just get, I get really into it, even if I'm not, even if they're not,
So
whoever's
it's
up,
Julie
it's
Chen
like
that does
whatever.
it for you.
I'm on
fancy.
outfit watch with
And we
her.
got her twice this week.
I know.
Yes.
2 Julies this week.
She wrote it in. She wanted some more appearances. And so
She's like, I gotta share all that time with those bitches on talk. I want my own show. I have one, Big Brother. So she's on twice this
I
week.
like it.
That's right. So, well, we'll start off with Wednesday and
Yep.
work our way back. Well, we'll start off with who's out, and I guess we'll start with Sunday and come up, I guess.
yeah, I like
Perfect.
that.
So, Austin's out, and Johnny Mac, your boyfriend, is out.
I know. I had a dream about him last night.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh,
And it
top
wasn't
of
her
mind.
first.
Yeah, it wasn't my first. I've made out with him at least twice in my dreams. And I'm not sorry about it.
It's not shame-based at all.
No.
She owns it.
I own it.
Yes. So, they're both gone, which I did stand up and cheer when Austin was out. And
Me
he was so-
too.
he was so blindsided. He was just like, but he kind of knew it too. He was like, oh, something was up.
At this point, if you don't have that in the back of your head as you're sitting in that chair, then you're dumb. You're just a bad player.
Yeah.
And I don't think he is dumb, so he must
No.
have known it. But he did have a lot of confidence in the fact that he didn't think Vanessa would ever do that to him.
Yes.
My biggest
Austin.
problem.
Okay. Just like checking to make sure I'm talking about Johnny Mac.
No, yeah. It's,
With Austin leaving the house, my biggest problem with the whole thing was just having to look at bare feet. I don't like looking at bare
Austin
feet.
wasn't either.
I am not into looking at people's feet.
No.
Period. He's got
Oh, did you not
tattoos on the
wanna-
top of them.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to see
Oh,
him.
Pay close to
I,
his
like,
shoes for the rest
I don't
of the
like seeing it
season.
like at weddings
Yeah, me either.
or anyone
Yeah.
running around bare feet. It's
Yeah.
just really gross. Even Julie was a little like,
She was like,
kinda
okay,
okay, take a
she's like,
relax.
sit over there. So I'll sit over there.
Yeah, take a seat. Go, go.
Now, I'll be at home. Julie's been a little extra shady this season.
Yes.
Otherwise, she's been a little shady to the contestants this season. And she's like just chomping at the bit. So, we're going to start with Sunday. There was that egg comp. They kept on going.
That
would
thing.
have been hurt. Wouldn't it hurt?
Stressful.
Yeah, their fingers were bleeding. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
know,
They should
I
have
know.
given them some delicate gloves to wear. You know, at least.
Like a gardener's glove.
Yeah, exactly, with like some grip on it. It would have been the kind thing.
No, make them work for that money.
Yeah,
They're sitting
make
around
them
doing
bleed.
nothing. Bleed those hands. I don't give 2 craps. Work for that money.
I'm with you. They're getting $500,000. They better bleed their cuticle or whatever.
Well, no,
No manicures for you.
That is it.
Their fingerprints.
The
or something.
phalanges better be
Yeah.
bleeding.
They're phalanges.
They're digits.
Their digits.
I would have done exactly what Liz did and just
Yes.
taken the comp because that is just so time
No,
consuming.
you are so close to the end. I thought that was a really lame move. What
Yeah,
she
but
did.
she wasn't
Really?
gonna win, so I think it was smart of her at that point.
I
Like if I had gotten to the
guess.
point where someone had gotten all those other eggs and I had 3, I would have chosen the comp because at least I'm getting something.
Yeah, well, don't forget, she broke so many that her eggs were like out.
The sound of that crack.
She didn't have enough of she was running out of them, so she might as well get something out of it.
It's
I
true.
guess I totally agree with that.
I was really happy that they actually used real eggs because at first I didn't think they'd be real, and the sound of that crack was so satisfying.
It was.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It's like yes.
It just made me hungry. So folks are in the chat room. I just want to say Johnny couldn't make it tonight. They're asking where he is. He
Yeah.
couldn't make it tonight because he's pregnant. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So
Gotta
he's
have his
he's
baby.
gonna have his baby soon. We're all uncles and aunties so excited. So he couldn't make it, but we love him and he'll be
We
back
do.
next week.
Yes.
And everybody's saying they think Grant should be like the permanent like
well.
5th host.
Well, thank you, everyone, all the support. A lot of people have reached out to me for
told
doing
you.
this, and I really appreciate it. It's great. Thank
We
you.
got a good gang here. It's
Yeah.
Yes.
These are some cool people.
So maybe next season, if maybe you'll join us full time.
Perhaps we shall see.
We'll see what the new studio looks like.
Yeah.
They have room for 5.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if you guys are seeing changes and it doesn't look normal,
Oh, yeah.
we are transitioning to a new studio.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be
hopefully
fantastic.
They
next
took the
week.
windows out.
They were boarded in. So
It's like the Big Brother house.
That's so funny. So anyway, so I just want to make sure we were saying that, and I want to make sure that Johnny's fine. He's just he'll be
Yeah.
back, and we love him. So okay, so Vanessa wins, and so
course.
then of course, so she has to choose. She actually had an interesting point. She had 2 sides to choose from, either Austin Liz
Yep.
or Steve Johnny Mac.
Yep.
She put herself in she put herself in yet another tough situation that she always gets out of.
Yes.
She's a little snake
Because
slithering her way out.
She is, because she went around asking everybody what their deals were. That was interesting.
Yeah. How many times have you heard this girl say, worst case scenario? Worst case scenario, what am I going to do? And then it's like, everything works out, don't worry, you're good.
I can't imagine what it must be like to live in her brain. It's got to be terrifying.
I really do think it is terrifying.
Yeah. She's constantly just thinking like, if this could happen, then this could happen, and then this could happen, and she must be spiraling at all points in her life.
And it's always been that way from the beginning. She never took a day off.
No.
Yeah, was it you that were saying from the live feeds from day one, she was running from room to room to room, checking in and being like, where are your heads at? What are we doing here?
Oh, yeah, well, her and Audrey would do both of them, when we saw what happened to that one. But but she did. She's in everyone's face. She's always like breaking it down. When the power wasn't in her hands, she made sure she was right smack dab in the middle of it.
Well, remember the very beginning
we know.
when she walked in, she said, at first I admired her because she was like, I'm going to talk to everybody, just kind of see what everybody's doing and how are you when she first came in. She wanted to assess the situation. I'm thinking, she's a poker person. That makes sense to me.
I think it's crazy that two people that played, I think, a fairly similar game, Audrey and Vanessa, but clearly on two polar opposite ends of where they've come out. And it proves that you can play the game hard, you just need to do it well.
Yeah.
And not dumb and obvious and lie and get caught.
I think it's interesting because Vanessa called Audrey out on the things that she does herself. Do you remember when she said to Audrey when Audrey was getting out of the house, Audrey, stop swearing on your life. Do you not value your own life? Well, she swears on her girlfriend. She swears on her mom. She swears on her whole family all the time. And she breaks those a lot. So guess she doesn't value her loved ones' lives.
Listen. But also, I mean, Vanessa's funny because she also has selective memory, too. And she said to Johnny Mac that... I didn't, say put Steve. Why would you put Austin, or whatever on the block, Steve on the block? I didn't tell you to do that. And then they go back to the flashback where she says,
What you said, we need to make a deal.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to make a
Well,
deal.
she's on the treadmill or wherever she's on.
Who can keep up with all these deals?
I know.
No.
That's the thing. In the house, is it just basically known now that anytime a deal comes up, it really doesn't mean anything? It could go backwards.
I think in the house they think it can still work, but us out here,
We're like,
know.
okay, been there, heard that.
Right, yes.
Here's another hypocrite moment for Miss Vanessa.
Tell us.
So Liz goes, I'm bugging out. And then Vanessa goes, I would be too if I made too many deals. Hello, this is your whole life, sister friend.
Right.
All you do is make too many deals. So don't call her out on it when you're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Now, Vanessa was smart when she was talking about the final three. And she was saying how people who have low wins should have a better chance of winning against them. But she was trying to assess everybody who to take. And so, like, Johnny Mac has never won a HOH.
Right.
At that point, on Sunday, he hadn't won anything. She was thinking, well, maybe I should take him. But then he's very friendly. She was looking at the other two, and she was like, well, Steve. And I'm like, well, she was kind of really weighing it out. So I was kind of with her on that. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Because she was still trying. She's like, maybe I should keep a showmance with me.
Right.
So she's going towards Liz and Austin. Well, she called them a showmance too, but they were like, we're not together, obviously. Steve and Johnny Mac. But it's really funny. She was really weighing. At one point, she did seem kind of saying to me, and she was really weighing everything out before she nominated her two people.
I think for herself, she ended up in a good scenario because she ended up breaking up two quote-unquote showmances. I don't know that I would have taken both of those parts of the showmance with me, but I think she did a good thing in breaking both of those up strategically.
Right.
What do you guys think?
Well, I don't know. Why didn't she put one from both sides of the house?
Well, because also I always think because it really doesn't matter who's nominated, it's the veto.
Well, now more than
It really doesn't matter. And I said this at the beginning. I was saying to them when they were it's like, I always like the last 5 or 6 people left because it becomes a bloodbath. Because it's like we're all together, we love each other, and suddenly you have to turn on each other at some point.
That's what I was looking forward to when everything was sort of kosher and fine, and they were running the house, and I'm like, well, at some point they're gonna have to point to each other,
right?
And I really wanted Austin, Liz, and Vanessa to have to really, and that's why the moment with Vanessa and Austin was very satisfying to me.
Yes.
Although I think it's going to really hurt her in the long run with the jury.
Well, here's funny. Did you hear the jury said? I think it was Tuesday. They were like, the 5 people left in the house they were all really good players.
Yes, Shelley especially.
I was shocked they all said they all kind of agree in agreement. They're all agreeing like, yeah, they all were. I mean,
I
Austin
felt like
got a
they're
little
making
whatever,
them
but-
say that.
Oh, really? They so?
Sometimes, because a lot of it feels so scripted in the jury house. But I don't know about that moment. When they were talking about how Vanessa is, I thought that was real.
Oh, absolutely. They all caught on.
Well, Austin's still very much playing the game, even though he's in this house. So he's going to poison the jury as much as he
I hope
can.
he does.
Yes.
And me too.
No. Sorry, guys. I disagree with you guys.
He's going to be playing the game.
Because here's the thing, and we sort of started talking about it a little bit, but I feel I do not like Vanessa as a player. I absolutely do not. But out of the 3, if we're going to look here, I think she's the only one that even comes close to deserving the win.
Yeah.
Because I look at it from a player perspective. I don't think Steve, who literally is a floater, definition of a floater in every sense of the way. You don't agree either?
I don't agree.
I kind of agree with him.
He's not a floater in every sense of the way, though.
Nothing.
Well, when Johnny Mac
yes, he did. He
considered?
won HOHs.
look
He made
nice.
some big moves.
Yeah.
He got one of the twins out. He did some shit.
He has more trophies in his closet than Johnny Mac has right now.
Yeah.
That's true too. But I kind of agree with him though. I kind of agree that Vanessa is. Yeah.
You have if you're going.
I understand what you're
you
saying.
have.
I understand what you're saying. I just think she's such a snake. I can't get behind her, and she doesn't need the money. Like I'm thinking more. If I was voting for someone, I'd want to vote for someone that deserved it on multiple levels. And I get that she deserves it probably most from a game level because she really has played the game.
Yeah.
But
I
she
agree.
doesn't need the damn money.
Yeah.
She's a millionaire.
But of course they don't know that. Of course.
Well,
She could be in.
they should have done their research.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
Well, apparently they know that she is a poker
They do.
player.
They do?
The
They were
players.
talking about it on the live feeds.
Okay.
What were
right.
they saying?
So she just said like, I'm a strategist and I'm a poker player and blah 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 blah. So like, I think that came out like not too long ago,
Okay,
more
okay,
recently.
okay.
So people can probably put two and two together. I don't know if they know that she's like the superstar poker player,
Right.
but I don't know. It's like everyone's secrets have come out.
Right, they have.
Yeah.
They always
I
do.
know.
Everyone
They
was
always
trying
do.
to hide something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she named Steve and Johnny Mac, which I wasn't too upset. I was like, okay, that's kind of good because then you can get if one of them wins veto, they can grab one of the others. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And they weren't too upset, but I was like, oh, it was okay. I think it's fine. But here's the part of the show that bugged the
Oh my
S
god,
out of
I
me.
know what you're gonna say.
Oh my god. Okay, let me do a quick disclaimer. This is James's rants.
I have no idea what you're about to say.
Me neither.
James underscore
This is
rant.
the
Yeah, exactly.
unimportant part of the table.
Yes, this is for the oldies.
Reacted.
But you're gonna okay. So, last season, I hated him separately.
Oh, Frankie.
I hated him so much. He bugged the S out of me every episode. But when I was all on board for the Zanky thing because it was a great publicity stunt. I thought when him and Zach got together, they were like a faux romance between a straight guy and a gay guy. I was kind of like, that's something different. It was very watchable, very different. Seeing a gay guy and a straight guy kind of work together, then he imploded and all that stuff. But him separately and him since makes me want to cut off my eyeballs. So
I'll
So
tell
you
you.
don't feel that passionate.
no, I don't know.
So do you like him or?
I'll tell you, I watch on the CBS app, and they have screen caps. They have screen caps of the episode, and there was one. And of course, Frankie was featured on the one this week. I had a physical reaction. I'm not even kidding. I said, I went,
Yeah, it's like,
I like literally, I'm not, just hand to
I
God,
believe
I
you.
literally
I
had like
believe
a
it.
moment where I was like, oh, and I was like, it was like a denial, shock. I was like, what is he on this for? And of course, he's not on there promoting anything he's doing.
No,
He's
no.
got nothing going. I mean, he's got his own career. I know he's got his own career. People, I know what he
Career.
does.
What?
But I
Hold on,
mean,
what? He dances
He has
in the
that, he has
Well,
that
he does
dance
that show.
Yeah, he's not a bunch of.
Career.
But I mean, for what he's there to promote, it has
I feel
nothing to
bad
do with
for him
him.
in
Again,
that-
the sister.
I think he's overcompensating because he feels like he's so much living in the shadow of his sister. So that's where all the bravado comes from and everything. It's not an excuse, but it's an
I
explanation.
think it's fairly similar to like a
that's still
Rob
all he's got.
Kardashian complex. I'm not even kidding. I think it's like
Yeah.
really similar lines where their siblings overshine them. They're famous enough to like not be able to like. What do you do at a certain point? I don't know. Yeah.
See, I was always the most popular sibling, so
So can't relate.
I don't relate at all, kid. Sorry, sisters and brothers. I was number one.
That whole thing was just too much for
It was
me.
very too much, and he came
Yeah.
off the luxury award, and of course there's a promo for his sister. So almost close to what you're saying. It's about Ariana Grande.
He's not there to promote anything he's doing.
No, so it's kind of so they had to bring him on for that. It was like, okay, great.
How about the shameless promo of Life in Pieces?
Oh my god!
I love that stuff.
CBS,
I love when they do
love
that stuff.
CBS
So tacky. I
isn't
love
subtle.
it.
Yeah, like I love that they come right out and promote their other
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
on there
Why not?
with no subtlety at all. Because why? Like I like it. It's just the same way here. Where like this is one of our sponsors. We want you guys to know. We want full
Right.
transparency. I feel like they do the
Yeah,
same thing
they
with
do.
us.
They're like,
When
ready,
Austin-
get ready for the veto competition. But first, let's watch this promo.
first.
We see
I
you
watched that
watching
over and over
TV.
again. The but first the video the other day.
Oh, that's a good one.
But first,
That's a
but
good
first.
one. Classic.
Yes. So then Tuesday was a surprise eviction night.
Loved that.
So did I. They were like, Julie, you're here too early. You're
Yeah.
taking dates
What are you
early.
doing here?
What are you doing here? You can't be here. And she's like, okay. And that's where the shameless plug for Life in Peace in the Game, which I love kind of puzzle games.
Me
I
too.
do.
Actually,
My
these are
favorite.
the true and false and the puzzle games
Yes, me
are
too.
my things on this show.
So I was thinking, how would I do? Like,
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did pretty good with the true and false one. I
That-
felt proud of
You did?
myself.
You did?
Yeah.
The,
I
and
did.
the physical,
Really?
like the little
Yeah.
endurance ones, like the egg thing. that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Gave up, so
I
he-
think
That's why I take the luxury. I would take the luxury prize. All right, just go.
Yeah, me too.
Kill each other.
Shot, I probably would.
I feel like the counting ones would also be really hard, like the one we saw today.
Yes.
Those are
Or
my
yesterday.
those are my least favorite because it's just like that requires nothing, sheer luck, or in what's it? As we'll get to, is a
Studying.
mistake. You know, so
Yeah.
it's like.
Yeah, so the shameless plug happens. Johnny Mac actually wins, which I was actually proud of him because they were really trying to get him not to like just. I'm glad he won.
I'm so glad he
Okay,
didn't
did
throw
you
it.
believe when he said he was like, I may throw it? Did you
I
believe
thought
it?
he might. I thought he
That's
might.
what concerned me. And now, listen, you guys know at home, I was a big Johnny Mac fan.
Yes.
But when he started doing things like that, it like hurt. You know, like you like someone, you don't
Yeah.
want him to
I agree.
say certain things.
I
You're
agree.
like, "Ooh,
I
please don't
agree.
say that.
I
Please
agree.
don't do that.
I agree. And
He's
I
thrown
said
before,
and I said, if you do it, oh my God, J Mac, I'm going to come through the screen
Yeah.
and snatch
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that would have been the
But he
dumbest
didn't.
thing.
But he didn't.
Yeah, I was proud of him.
I was very proud of him. And so, at first, he did the thing was like, we'll skip the answer a second. He goes, I'm going to do something really different in this house. You're going to use it on Steve, but then he didn't do that.
Yeah.
I got a little nervous.
How the hell? Oh, go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
just gonna say he played that game really well because
Yeah.
the way he had the things,
it's so smart.
it didn't matter that he ran on the ground because nothing was up.
I was
You know,
baffled
smart.
at how you could actually build the puzzle in
Yeah.
the little, like, because there's only one tile deep,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
You can't put, so I'm
Yeah.
like, how is he even doing this?
Well, I think
I'd be so
this
confused.
sounds silly, but I do think. What'd you say?
I'd say I'd just be so confused. Just give me a
Oh, yeah.
luxury prize.
I'll take the luxury prize if there's no luxury prize.
Sorry, there isn't one.
Where am I going?
Yeah, forget it.
I want you on there, Grant. That'd
good.
be fun.
What would your disguise be if you were going out and then you got to leave the house like they did? What would you choose? as
Their
a
disguise was not
Oh,
Your
good.
disguise was a wig.
I can finally be a blonde. I get blonde eyebrows and a blonde wig. There you go.
I was disappointed in their disguises.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna give them prosthetics.
Me
and
too.
stuff.
I thought they
Yeah.
were like
Just
expand
hair.
noses and
No, I
eyebrows.
like
contoured
the
their
Wendy
face.
Williams.
She looked real cute.
With a
but
short red head,
I
I thought she
wanted
was
to
pretty.
see some
She did look
prosthetics.
good.
because they said they
Yeah,
were
I
bringing
was there.
special effects.
Yeah,
makeup
they did
artists in.
contouring on the face,
I
which
was
made them look
expecting
beautiful, but
zombies.
it wasn't a disguise.
It's
Yeah.
Ariana Grande concert.
Yeah,
It's
they
been
would-
12
they-
Or
years.
Ariana Grande, according to
Ariana.
Liz.
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
Joel.
that's
Oh
right.
my God, we're going to Ariana Grande.
I was like,
Do your
is that-
voice.
I was like, oh my God, is that how you say it? Because I was like, really, I didn't. I was like, I never heard it said that way, but I chalked it to her accent, but no, she really did say it incorrect.
Yeah, and
Nobody
she
could
kept
correct
doing
her.
it.
I think no, they did because one time she said it right, and it was like in the house during a speech or something, and then other than that, it was wrong. So I'm like, I think someone whispered to her, "Oh, "Love, it's not that."
Oh my God.
That's
so
embarrassing.
Joseph Bosa says, I agree with Lolo. Some of the crap that comes out of the jury's mouths is what producers want them to say about their favorites to win.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, especially when Austin was talking and Shelley took a different side, it just seemed very like we
Yeah.
need someone to take the stand. Does
Yeah.
anyone
Yeah.
feel this way? And then Shelley's like, I want to roll.
Actually, I don't know. That's the one
Yeah,
moment I
yeah.
bought was when she.
Oh,
I'm not leaving. I'm staying right here.
You bought it.
Wanna come?
You bought it. That's one thing I bought.
No, it really is because she was saying it with so much passion, and you can tell when they've got those little. I wonder what's going to happen today. You know,
Yeah.
when they're like,
grilling,
Playing ping
drinking
pong.
wine.
Yeah.
how's the game going? And I'm like, really? You always like that?
And it's always Jackie who's like, I wonder who's coming in today. It's
Yeah.
very
Could be
sad.
anyone.
Yeah.
So robotic and sad. It's a
Yeah.
sad soap opera.
Come
But
on.
that was the moment I heard real emotion in her
Okay.
voice. But it could have been.
I loved
It could have
watching
been some of
Jury.
the other people.
So I'm
was
right.
thinking about
Is that
it.
I
what
mean,
you're
more
saying?
you could be right.
Yeah.
I am.
You never know. Well, we'll see.
Wait, fine. So basically, Johnny Mike takes it off, and Austin goes on his replacements. But he still feels like, yeah, that's fine.
He's
Steve's
like,
going
I'll
home.
sit
Yeah.
here for a second.
Yeah, I'll just hang out for a while. Steve's going home. And so before that, it was really interesting because the voting is one person for one person, and then it has to be, if there's a tie, Vanessa has to break it. Now before that, Vanessa starts falling apart. When Johnny Mac won,
Yeah.
she felt, again, her crying rant, or whatever she was doing, fell apart. Fell apart.
I do think that she has a thought in her mind like, I need to react big to the bad thing. You know,
Okay.
either way, I need to react big so everyone can see how affected I am and that I'm not planning it. I do think that's sort of her thing. Because if she just let it happen, then she could easily have said, oh, well, I wanted this to happen.
She's
you know
a
what I mean?
phenomenal
Her
actress
big
then.
reactions, you can read it either way,
Yeah.
and I think it helps in the house. It always confuses people. Like, I'm confused at this point, and I've been watching her, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're doing, but good job.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll
But
give you
she's
that.
incredibly intelligent, so I guess
Yeah.
there's something that's happening.
Yeah.
She's controlling people. I feel like she's a
Clearly
witch.
something's happening.
My favorite move still was
I'm
when
so tired
she
of
told, was it Liz to pick, when she chose
Julia.
Julia
Oh
to
my
pick
gosh.
favorite moment?
Which Julia talked about it when
yeah.
she went to the jury house. She's like, she totally hypnotized me.
She's
I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Still happy about it, which
Yeah.
I was shocked because I was like, oh, maybe this will turn the jury also against
Yeah.
Vanessa. It didn't
It didn't.
yet, we don't think.
I know.
I'm
So-
so
I think
tired
Austin's
of the
going to fight
tears.
for it.
He
I'm
will.
so tired of the tears, too.
Yeah.
It's really exhausting. It's every other week now. Actually, now she's winning so damn much, so she puts herself in these positions. She gets upset. It's like I don't want to hear it. I really don't. You're at this point in the game. That's what it is. You got to commit.
And I
Girl.
think, again, like we talked about last week, that's part of the problem that I'm having with her, maybe you too, the inconsistencies. If you're going to
Yeah.
be ruthless, be ruthless.
Yes.
If you're going to be emotional, be emotional.
No, that's what
But-
I think it's that balance. That's exactly
she's
it.
Drive me nuts.
She gets so emotional and regrets anything that she
I know,
does, and then
I
has to
know.
cry on everyone's shoulder and look
Just
for hugs.
own it.
It's
I'm
like,
really sorry I have to do this. I'm really sorry I have to do this. I'm really sorry I have to do this. I'm sorry. I'm
This is
like,
so
You
just go.
guys, it's her gameplay. It's what's getting
Maybe
her
it is.
through.
Maybe it
If
is.
she
Right.
wasn't like, okay, when she,
can
as soon
still
as
drive me
Austin
nuts.
left,
Yeah, exactly. We can
as
still
soon
feel
as,
a certain
no,
way.
you can't. No, okay. As
Shut
soon
up.
as Austin left, she was like, Liz was like, "Can I talk to you?" And she was like, oh, "Yes, oh please." Like I couldn't wait, and I was like, "Oh, that's so." Oh wait, that's
Right.
exactly what she's got to do.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But you're right, it is annoying and frustrating.
So
That's
the
almost
voting
all.
happened the way we knew would happen. J-Mac voted for Austin, and Liz voted for Steve. So it was up for Vanessa. And I sat at the edge of my seat. Actually, it was my couch. And I was like, okay, do it, girl. Just do it. Cut off the head. Just do it. And she did. Bye-bye, Austin. Shoeless Austin.
Ugh.
And he was shocked. Liz was shocked. I was like, yes! Finally!
Now that's a real blind side.
But he
Yeah.
says on the way out, you ain't gonna win no jury votes. He had his little dig before he went out.
Well, I gotta do it. You gotta. You're so
Oh.
infuriated.
I
Yeah, I
would, if I got
understand
a
What would
victim,
you-
I'd
yeah,
blow
would
up
you go
everybody's
off?
game.
I think I would go
yeah.
off too.
If I knew, like, all right, I'm out. There's no buybacks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. Like, frig it. Like,
Yeah,
and I'll go to
probably.
the jury and do the same thing over there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, now I didn't watch the season when Frankie was on,
Yeah,
but a
I hate
lot of
him.
people have very strong feelings, most negative towards him. And they also say that the people in the house when he was in there feel or felt the same way. Was there a lot of stuff that was happening negative in that house when he was in there that everyone has such this visceral response?
He's just polarized.
He's a polarizing figure. Just from his pink hair to being so flamboyant.
Okay.
To actually, he was playing the game for a while. He was really a game player. And him, the whole Zach thing, the Zanky thing was going on. There was a lot going on. Because Zach was also a polarizing figure, too. It was called Zanky.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Sounded like a
Name
fun
buttons.
game.
He's very in your face. I mean, even having to
Yes.
walk in the house and throw in the glitter. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes.
all, it's, whatever floats your boat.
Right, and then he had
Just saying it's a little much.
Then he hid that he was Ariana Grande's sister at first, and then he came out he was, and he was like,
And he thought it was a bigger deal that he was her sister than it
Some people
really
were like,
was.
"Who's that?"
Nobody cared.
They're like, who's that?
Anyway.
Because unlike this season,
Ariana?
because unlike this season,
Ariana?
they had people of all ages last season. This season was all about around the same age.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I thought about that. I would really love. I'm excited to see next season. I'd like to see
Elderly
how
contestants.
different it works.
I would love an elderly
I want
person.
elderly
Light support
contestant.
up in there.
Oh my gosh, this is like, okay, Big Brother, Elder Edition.
TV Land.
I'm dying to
TV.
see
It could work out well on TV Land.
Oh my god, they
White
have to
host
do
it.
they have to do a
Betty White
competition
be
in the
modern Jewish
wheelchairs.
chick.
That's awful. Yeah, I love it though. I love
Sally
it.
It's
and
funny.
Holly.
It's great. No, I
It's
think it's.
true.
I think it's great. I love it.
Sally in Hollywood, older's my
Awful in
age,
a good way.
46.
No. I want real old people. Like I want
Yeah.
people that are between
Senile.
70 and 103.
She's not
What
big
can we-
Golden Girls old.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean,
Exactly.
Boo? That's
can they
James, our
call
awesome
it?
engineer.
Yes.
What can they call it? Not Big Brother. It would be Big what?
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Huge grandpa.
That sounds like something different. Sorry, girl. Yeah, sounds
I
good to
would
me.
love-
Whatever
Sounds good to
they're
me.
up to in the house is their
It's,
business.
oh, it's so mean. It's good.
It is.
Love it.
So they announced also America's favorite player voting thing, the $25,000
Yes.
they give every year. So does anybody think they know who's going to get it?
I think Johnny
Johnny
Mac.
Mac.
But I voted for three
Yeah.
different people on there because you can vote up to 20
Yeah.
times a day.
Yeah.
So I voted for
I
Johnny
did
Mac
once.
a few times because he's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I know he doesn't need the money because he's a dentist. So
Yeah.
I voted for James because he's got a daughter and
Oh,
he
yeah.
was really funny.
That's
And I
nice.
voted
Yeah.
for Jason because I think he could also use it and get a kickstart on his career because I think he should be an entertainer.
Okay.
Well, in the house, Austin and Liz they're convinced that Liz is going to win this award.
Right.
Well, that's
So-
ridiculous.
I mean, that just shows how.
out of touch.
Yes.
Yes, they are. So they had HOH because we're going fast. They were like working it out, and it was the it was the bleep game. It was very naughty.
Yes, it
I loved
was.
it. I was just like, I was laughing every 5 seconds. I don't know,
It was
eking,
naughty, yeah.
bleeping, but I was like,
The live audience, it seemed like at first they were like, "Whoa," like when they laugh, and then okay, everyone
Yes.
else feels this way too, and then it
yes, it
starts
was
to
kind
become
of
a
funny.
thing.
So it ended up being between J-Mac and Steve, which I was very happy about. And then they had to go to that number time, which is always so hard. I always think, how do you do that?
That's my least favorite
Me too,
one.
I hate that one.
It's just such chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gave me agita.
Yeah.
Very stressful.
Who the hell knows how many seconds? Like,
This is my
I
thing.
wouldn't do
Did
too
they
bad.
ever say how long it was, like in hours? You know how they had to count?
Yeah,
They said
yeah,
in
yeah,
seconds.
I know what you
Did they ever
mean,
tell
yeah.
them like, oh, that lasted 4 or 5, 6?
No,
Like I didn't
guess they
even know where to
expected us
start.
to do the quick math. Oh no, but they
Don't ask me.
they just
Yeah.
made you guess.
Oh, so
That's
they
what
were
you're
just like,
asking. I don't
how were you
understand that.
feeling in there?
Yeah,
How
like
long did you
about
feel
how
it was?
long did it feel? So they would have to guess the hours, and the math they were doing was based off the hours or minutes they
I
guessed.
thought they had
true.
an actual
No concept.
equation that they were just trying to
No.
break
No.
down, because that alone would stop me.
Oh, me too. I was. It was like 15 minutes.
Yes.
How many seconds? I don't.
Yeah.
Give me the luxury prize.
Right, give me luxury. You back to the luxury prize. Like, give me a luxury prize.
Come on.
So
That should
now,
be your catchphase.
so Steve dates again. But the whole house was kind of like calm. There was kind of like they knew the veto was like whoever they put up. Remember they did the whole nomination thing. And I was like, okay, went back to what they were doing. Like it was just like it was the funniest thing. It was like,
Yeah.
it was like we know it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be them. Like they knew it didn't have. And then,
Right.
So he did Vanessa and Johnny Mac. Was that Vanessa's first time on the
No, she had been once before.
I
Yeah.
can remember.
I don't know. Do you think at this point, when we're down to like the last 2 eliminations or whatever it is, the last 2 evictions, that they should really do some type of twist? Because we're still playing the same game we played from week 1. I feel like now, like to amp it up, like we're like almost 40 episodes in. Like I don't know. I want to see them do something a little different with the formula.
It could
I'd
have
be down.
amped up. Me too. I think it could have, like you said, it felt really comfortable.
Yeah, there was
it
like-
didn't seem anything big. Although I don't know if I enjoyed it or didn't enjoy
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
I think you're right. They could have, brought in done something.
Yeah,
Keep us into it.
I
A little
agree.
something in there.
But
Come on,
I
Jay.
just wrote down nobody panics because of veto. Like nobody panics.
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
Now, we saw, me and Greg, I think you saw it too, but we were watching, they kept looking at this list right after they got up from the table, and they were looking at this black and white piece of paper
Printout, yeah.
in the kitchen. Now,
Yes.
do you have any, we have some assumptions on what we think that is.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty
I
sure.
think it takes it when they're doing the whole guessing game for the
Yes.
veto competition about what day number.
Okay.
Now,
I see where you're going.
positive.
I see where you're going.
you can't convince my ass, honestly, that
I'm
these
positive.
people
Yeah.
know. Oh, on day 36, this happened. They're not keeping
Yeah.
track. There's no way.
No, and the
Maybe
way
they keep a journal.
the way
Even
they
if
can't
that.
write. They can't
Dear
write down.
diary,
They can't
today.
write. That's the
Wait,
thing.
what?
They can't write when you're in the
can't?
house.
No.
No, it's
Oh, I
like,
didn't know
there's
that.
no way to keep that going.
I could never do
But
that.
Why
yeah,
can't they
no,
write?
I'm convinced because the way they tapped that thing so quick. I mean, nobody stood there and was
Yes.
like. There was no finger counting or anything. Come on, and those people, and they all should have been on top of that quick because what the hell else are they doing?
Yeah, right.
I would memorize that thing upside down
Yeah.
and forwards.
Me too. I agree.
They were going at
Flashcards,
it
James Lott
like,
Jr.
You know me.
style.
I always do. Everybody on my shows I do flashcards.
Liz,
All the time.
after the nomination ceremony, Liz had that piece of paper, and I was like, "What is she reading?" Because I'm not used to ever seeing anybody
Yeah.
like. I mean, what paperwork would be in that
Right,
house?
Right.
you're right.
So
they
I'm
never have
convinced.
papers.
So
I didn't know they can't write. That's mind blowing.
can't do anything.
Yeah, I would hate
So.
it. I would hate
So
it.
Vanessa
before
could
we go
write
any
it in
further with the next one that happened, they brought. Okay, here's again James rants again.
Take the floor.
I like it.
So they bring back 2 contestants I hated both seasons they were on, and the season they were on Amazing Race. Brenchel.
Oh yes.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Because they had such huge, important, world-changing news.
Didn't I say the same thing? Why are these two here?
I'm like, really? And I hate them on Bold and the Beautiful when they show up on there. I'm just such a fan of theirs.
Is that a thing wherever? Is that
Because
what?
Austin said I'll see you on Bold and
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I was like,
It's
is
all
this again
CBS?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
they have-
You know what they play?
They have
They
a-
play waiters. They play.
They give 'em like an
servers.
under 5.
Yes, in the back.
Yeah, they have a deal with them.
Those
that-
sons
like,
of
They want to give us an under 5 on
I'm
this?
jealous.
want one of
I want one of those too.
Jeez.
There are a few producers over on Bold and the Beautiful that are big
Yeah.
Brother fans, and so they started that crossover a few years ago,
Yeah.
and now last year they had on as many people as they could from last season. I think they had like 10 people.
I'm thinking
So-
maybe we use this show
I was
to
gonna say,
get on there.
I think we're
When
gonna
you
send
said that,
this
something
link
clicked
to
in.
them.
There you go.
I'm already doing two. I'm not on TV either.
Have
And
you
I-
submitted it though? to
And
the
I
casting
interned on the
directors?
World of the
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Why
so
aren't we on?
Look out.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah, we know how to get the
Right.
link to
Hey,
it.
Grant.
You're saying it's not working.
I think it was like 2009, but
It's not working. But no, so they brought them on to talk about and then having a baby. I'm like, just whatever. I just wanted to say out loud that I do not
Yeah.
care for them. And I know that Rachel Riley was also on as an AfterBuzzer a while back, wasn't she?
You're kidding.
Didn't she do a few things?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I think she did.
I don't know. You know, but I just feel like these live
That
shows.
was too honest.
They dedicate too much to like excess stuff on these
Right.
live shows. I mean, let's do more with the jury. Let's really see
Right.
where their heads are at. That's what I want to know.
I agree. You should write someone about that.
Well, I want to say thank you
Julie,
to...
is that it?
Oh, they're all agreeing with
call
me.
her up.
Thank you. Thank you, Alyssa Melange. You speak, Father James. That's right. I am not in it. Ugh, gross. But they did bring back somebody I did like. Actually.
The Karate Kid.
Beast Mode Cowboy Caleb. Oh my God, he was so hot last season. But he was a mess. Because he was in love with this girl that was like totally not involved, not in the movie involved.
He literally followed her
He
into
followed her. It was
rooms.
getting creepy. It was getting creepy.
Did he flip into rooms?
I thought
That would have impressed
I always
me.
thought he was really good looking, and actually, if he parlayed into some kind of career, he could.
I like him. Yeah.
I like him a
Yeah,
lot.
he could definitely do stunts or something.
yeah, so
He's
they brought
very
him on.
talented physically.
For the veto. So
You know what he couldn't do? Couldn't memorize the instructions of that.
yeah,
that drove me crazy.
No,
You
but
have,
neither
like-
did Pectory or whatever his name. Mr. He was like,
Spectacular.
today we are going to do. I mean, come on. You got how much prep time they get for
Yeah,
that?
and you're literally on like CBS, a national show
Yes.
for like 3 minutes. Like,
Yes.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, exactly. So they brought him on. It was a memory competition, of course. we were talking about-
Sorry, not
So
to
do it.
interrupt.
Yeah, interrupt, please, interrupt.
Caleb wants to join an alliance with us over here, and you know, I just want to say that's welcome. We will do that. We'll take
Oh, I
that
see
alliance.
that.
Yes,
Oh,
sure.
Caleb Brown. Okay.
Where the power, you know.
Cabe Grasso, Grava.
Grasso Grava. Grasso Grava.
Grasso Grava.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God! I was like, oh, wow. Like, okay.
I'm missing
I'm
something.
just kidding. Okay.
Chris Hawkins must have a hosting job at AfterBuzz TV.
Come on, Chris.
Come on in.
Come on down, Chris. We'll see you later.
Come on.
A friend of mine, Anthony, is in there, and he keeps tweeting with me, and he's a huge fan of this panel. And
Anthony, let's find Anthony.
And he's been
Anthony Joseph.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
He's writing some stuff in there.
Oh really?
He's right. He's like freaking men having
250
sex
coitus partners? Are you
Coitus.
kidding me?
When does he sleep?
Wait, what's that?
He said that he
No
had
wonder he's-
250 sex partners.
That sounds
They admitted to Zach
scary.
and Cody on the live feeds.
Oh, I thought you want Anthony. And I was
No,
like,
that's your friend.
sorry, my friend.
We're not outing you, Anthony, about what you're doing. No.
Who had 250 sex
Frankie
partners?
Grande.
Oh, come on.
250. That is a full-time job. Oh, he didn't have a job. No, that's mean of me to
If
say.
there are
Maybe. I don't know.
365 days out of the year, how many
It's a
Well,
lot.
that's not to say it all happened in a year, but still.
groups? I guess groups.
Either he's getting a ton of action, or I'm just getting old.
I
Very
know.
low compared
Good
to
luck
that
to
number.
him.
I'm sorry. I don't think that's,
That's
anything
better.
to brag about.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
No, it's
That's
not.
your buddy bringing it up. So there you go, kids. Go ahead, Anthony. Spill that tea. So they do the memory thing, and Vanessa wins. She wins it.
Yeah.
And she puts Liz up. But we all knew.
Yeah, but she had
Who
to.
else is
She
gonna
had to
go? Yeah.
Right, so but we knew who was going to go. I'm saying, I may say that just because we were just
Right.
talking about it. We
Oh yeah, no, Marie, I'm not doubting you.
Like, let's tell you what's happening. I'm recapping some after show people. Buzz you later. Buzz all you later.
Did you watch the show? Okay, buzz you later.
Buzz you later. No, but I'm saying that we knew that once she went up, I mean, she's not going to go home. She didn't even look worried either. That would
No.
be beautiful if she had done that, though.
Well, that's my favorite part of that episode was when Johnny Mac threw some shade to Liz.
Oh yes.
And he goes, well, what did he say?
He was like, I want to thank you all for this, and some people aren't so discreet about being happy, and then her
Liz
face
was
is
like,
like,
my microphone just did something very inappropriate to
she
me.
just was like, she went from being very happy and cheery.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh,
he's
oh.
talking about me?
Yeah.
I like the shade. Any
I love
opportunity. Any opportunity.
Johnny Mac, baby, that was my favorite moment of you in this episode, and I love when you talked to Julie. It was pristine.
I co-signed that.
And you really you stood up for yourself there, and it made me very happy.
Yes.
Someone just said I did something shady.
Yeah, you said, Nick, that was shady.
What did I do?
I don't know.
But guys,
They're way behind us on the feeds. Yeah.
Well, hi, Australia. Hi, Montana, Lori,
that's
in Australia. So basically, I thought it was a dumb move, ultimately, because I'm thinking Liz has at least, how many votes she has in the jury house so far?
At least
two.
Who's the third one?
Well, I'll say maybe Shelley. You think Shelley would vote for her?
I think Shelley's going for Vanessa.
I think Shelley's gonna vote for Vanessa.
Unless Austin gets to her, I think her vote goes to Vanessa.
Or unless when they ask the questions and she answers the wrong way.
Didn't that happen? I've seen
Yeah, it's happened.
replays
People
of
say
that.
they've changed their minds.
And they
actually, yeah.
cannot change it afterwards.
I'm very, very interested to hear what Vanessa's going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if she can convince us that everything she did was strategic and
Right.
nothing was shady, she will be the winner.
She'll pull it off, too.
I guarantee she will.
She's got a way with words.
A lot.
She's going to push out those cheekbones like nobody's business.
Guys,
Julie,
I've been trying.
I'm trying to be a strategic player, you know.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Beanie will be on. She'll be counting the Skittles all over again.
Oh my god. Yes, I mean, we got 3 people left, and they're all doing the HOH thing right now. I think part 1's already finished, kind of.
It is, yeah.
Do we know who won it? I can't.
We do.
Yes.
Well,
I don't know anything.
I guess we can't say it.
Yeah.
We can't say it.
But you guys all know.
Yeah, it's a
everyone's been
2-tier.
ready
It's
to
a
get in
2-tier
there.
thing. So it's gonna be then one person's gonna win. Then one person's gonna win. Then have those 2 compete against each other, and that one person who wins will pick who they're taking to the final 2. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So do we have any predictions? Time for predictions.
Lift the predictions.
They said it's what I said about Frankie. Guys, I'm just messing around.
He's fine.
Oh, we said Frankie didn't have a job. So do we have any? Do we have? Let's do this now because next time we're on here, we'll have had a winner. Do you think who's going to be the final 2, and who you think is going to win? So start with Nicholas.
I think
Final 2.
the final 2 is going to be Vanessa and Steve.
Okay. Who do you think is going to win?
And I think Vanessa will win.
Okay.
And if she doesn't, I quit.
Well, it's over next week anyway.
We will add
right after our last show.
That's right. That's
And then I restart the next week.
And Lauren Lograsso.
Definitely Vanessa. I think she should choose Steve. I think that would be in her best interest. I feel like she's going to choose Liz, though. And I think Vanessa will win.
Okay.
I think there's too many locked-in votes for Liz in the jury.
I would think so, too, but something instinctually tells me that. I'm not sure.
You know, I agree with you. I think that Vanessa is gonna. She already has tried to play up this card about no female has won this late in the game. And of course Liz is all about girl power. She's playing for her sister and she's playing for Austin, and so I think that there's a good chance they could go. I would hate to see Steve go at this point though because I want to see him win.
Me too.
But I gotta say when I came up with my list of who I want to see win, Steve is kind of in the middle, but all the people that I wanted to see win are gone.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a consolation prize at this point
Totally.
for me,
I feel you on that.
So I don't know. We shall see.
I'm gonna do my predictions. I have to predict Vanessa and Steve.
And
I think Vanessa's gonna win.
I would like that.
We've been on the right page.
I think we have so far. Yeah,
These
I think
two,
so, yeah.
I don't trust them for the slightest.
Now, next season, there's been talk with people on the chat roll, on Twitter, that's going to be an all-star season again. There's been talk about
But they're already casting for next season.
But I guess they
are,
would
so.
do that anyway, just not
throw
to show
people
their
off?
hand, maybe.
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 Or just
do a
in
mixture.
case
Or do a
there's-
mixture.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'd like to announce I am the next house guest.
Oh, okay, very
The
good.
only one. It's just going to be him in the house.
Just
him.
me. Seeing if I can last it myself. Probably
I
not.
think if they did half and half, that would be
Yeah,
interesting.
we were interesting. Veterans versus...
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Really
did it on
cool.
Survivor, I think, a few seasons ago.
Oh.
It was like people who've been on before.
Oh, the cutting edge reality show.
The granddaddy of all, Survivor. Survivor 55. Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Well, kids, that is another Big Brother 17. Next week is the finale. We will be back actually next Thursday. So you're going to watch it Wednesday, you're going to watch it Sunday, you're going to cry, you're going to laugh. Your emotion will not be untouched. But we will be back with you on Thursday talking about it. Where can they find you guys?
You guys can find me at Nicholas Grava, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
And you can find me at Lolo on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And I'll be doing a music show on October 2nd. It's a Friday at Bar 20 on Sunset, so come on out.
She's
Free
talented.
show.
I can't go to that one.
Y'all
Yay!
get to see her.
I'm gonna go.
Well,
I'm
come
gonna
meet
go.
us. We'll all be
Yes.
there,
I'm definitely
and we'll have
going.
some
Yeah,
drinks
I'm
together.
gonna go. Okay.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at Grants__rants. You can also find me on my new podcast, Grants Rants Hollywood Talk. A new episode went up today. It's doing really well, so check it out. We're talking a lot of reality TV too, so, you know. just a
Listen
little
to it.
bit.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's
just
good.
general, chat.
Yes. Support all of them.
Yes.
Oh, they are here
them
and they're
too.
ready.
And this guy
And we
too.
support you back.
him.
So it's me, James Lott Jr. on Facebook, Black Hope LA on Twitter, the Super Organizer Universe, my blog that I do every day, and of course, tomorrow morning, every Friday morning, my radio show, adrenalineradio.com. Thank you for watching us. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you. We love you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.